Hello everybody and welcome back to Diecast Driven with me, Matthew Carr. On the turntable today we have Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s we have Jeff Gordon's 2016 Axalta Chevrolet SS. This car was raced in the Brickyard 400 where Jeff Gordon was a substitute for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Unfortunately, Jr. suffered a concussion earlier that year and they needed a replacement driver, so Jeff Gordon, being fresh out of retirement, decided to step up to the plate along with Alex Bowman and race the 88 for a few races, 8 to be specific. This video is going to showcase the first 2 of those 8 races. It's actually a pretty funny story. Back in 2016, after Jeff Gordon retired in 2015, I didn't really know what I was going to do or how to follow NASCAR anymore because Gordon was my driver. And so when Dale Earnhardt Jr. had that concussion, obviously a very unfortunate event, but when Gordon got the call and was put into the 88 car, I did get excited. Now this car is a Lionel Racing Elite diecast with a special case that I bought from Lionel about 8 years ago. The car, what I did to it was add all the special decals, all the very intricate side skirt rivets, grill tape, pre-coat metals on the TV panel, hood pin tape, windshield banner tape, all the tear-offs, everything like that to give it that unique race day look. And I also added a little bit of damage that Gordon accrued throughout the race. This car was very cool to see on track with Gordon driving it. I didn't really watch NASCAR that much in 2016 until this point at the Brickyard, and it was just great to see Gordon back on track for the Brickyard 400. He started the race in 21st position and ended up finishing in 13th, which was pretty good considering he'd been out of the car for a while, and he was actually going to finish higher but got eaten up on one of the last restarts of the race. So overall, a solid first step back into the car for Gordon, but also really cool because it was Tony Stewart's last Brickyard 400, so the two of them drove around the track after the race together, kind of saluting the fans and paying respect to each other. And as you can see here, the next car we have is Gordon's 2016 Nationwide Chevrolet SS. Gordon raced this car at the Pennsylvania 400 at Pocono, and he actually was running really well. He started the race in 24th, ended up finishing 27th. As I was watching the race, seeing Gordon running top 15, top 10, it was getting me excited. I was thinking, oh, maybe he could pull off this win. Well, it turns out that on the restart, for some reason, the seatbelts were not tight, and Gordon pulled down to the inside of the track and slowed significantly to retighten his belt, ultimately costing him a solid finish. But the same goes for this car. It's a Lionel Elite Dale Earnhardt Jr. diecast with a few updates to it, grill tape, windshield tear-offs, everything of that nature. The Nationwide cars didn't really change race per race compared to the Axalta paint schemes with the associate sponsors on the TV panel and the roof. As you can see for this race, on the name rail on the passenger side, Teresa Sadecki, I think is how you say her name, was a special honoree to get her name on to ride with Jeff. Well, it would have been Dale Jr.'s signature on the other side, but overall pretty cool, and the rest of the cars will be coming in the subsequent videos. One final thing I want to note about these cars is I thought it was interesting that Hendrick Motorsports and Dale Jr. and Gordon and the whole crew decided that they didn't want to put Jeff's name on the car. We saw in years previous, I think it was Mark Martin substituting for Tony Stewart and David Reagan for Kyle Busch. I think they got their names switched over onto their cars, but it was interesting that for Gordon's case with Dale Jr., he didn't get his name put on the car out of respect for Jr., and the same went for Bowman when he came in for Dale as well. So keep your eyes peeled. We have 6 more cars to go through.